Good evening, students. Now we have already known how we can create a class in our previous classes. Like here is a simple example of what we did in the previous class. What we had is that we created a console application, and in a console application, what we had is a module, and in the module there is a main. And in the same file, what we did is that we created a class by the name calculator. So this is one way to create a class. That means this class, the name of the class is calculator, and this module, the name of this module is module 1, all right, where our main program is. So both of them are in the same file whose name is module1.vb, all right. So this, that means what, the class and the modules are in the same file, same vb file. But you can also create class in a different file, and you can still use it in your program. So I will be showing you how, what are the different ways in which you can create a classes. So already this is the first way of creating class, already discussed in the previous video. But now today I will show you how we can create another class. So you can simply go to this project menu, all right, and you can say add a class, all right. So here it takes this class. You can give a proper name to it. Let's say okay, let me keep it simple. Let's say class 1, all right. So you can give any name you want, all right. So the moment I give add, you see that this class 1 will be added over here, all right. Can you see this class 1? And you see public class 1. So here there is no module because that's a separate file. Can you see that? Okay, so now what I'll do is that I will just copy the same code, all right, so that you all can understand how things work. So I will just copy the same code. Of course this counter part is not required because this was for, let's just delete this. Shared variables and all I don't need now, right. So this is a very simple class where there was input for taking two numbers, adding up, all right, and displaying the result. Fine. So what I'll do is that I'll copy these contents. Okay, so I'll copy them, Control-C, and we go to this class, and what I do is that I paste it, right. So now I save this, right. So the name of this class is what, class 1, as you have seen that I haven't changed the name. So this is class 1. You can give any name you want, all right. So let's say if I say class calculator for our sake, okay. So this is class calculator. So now in this class calculator we have the same name. Now if we go to our main, right, this object ob belongs to whom? Calculator. So ob has input as well as input, sorry, add, right. So that these things are there. Now what I'll do is that I will create, you see, let's say I comment this one, okay. Now this is as if like there is no object, right. So these are errors. So now you see dim, all right, ob as new. Remember what was the name of the this class? It is called class calculator, right. So this is class calculator. Can you see that? All right. So now what happened? See, there is no error right now. Why? Because now this object belongs to the class whose name is called class calculator, and which has got the method input and add, because it's the same thing, same class we have just copied, right. So if I run this program, the output will be exactly same as what we have done in the previous class also, because same code. So let's say this one, so it adds up these two numbers. Can you see that? But the good means, the thing about this program is that this class calculator does not belong to this file module 1. It belongs to a separate file, that is class 1, but that class file is also in the same project. So this is in this project. Can you see class 1 and module, they are both in the same project. So that's why we are able to use it. Now another way to create a class is that you can create a class in a separate project. Now how do you do it? If you want to create a project class in a separate project, what you can do is that you create a new project, all right. Now what you can do is that we can choose our language, that is our Visual Basic, okay. Now I choose console application. Next, okay, give a name, let's say external uh, class example, okay. Fine, give me a name. Fine, create. So of course I will save it there. So here I am creating a separate project, right. So again module is there because this is a console application. I want to add a class to it. I can add the class right here itself, like the way we did it in the previous program. We can just say class, right, and then we can add up a class. But again I want to keep my program very clean. So what I'll do is that I'll go to the project and I will say add a class. Right. So again, what we are going to do is that we are going to create the same this one class. Again here, whatever name. So this time let's say I give external class file. Alright, so I'm just giving a name external class file. So you can see this one. So what is the name of this one? External class file, right? So now what I'll do is that I will paste the same code. Remember this one again? This two numbers and all those things, right? So same code I have pasted over here. Okay. Now I save this. Let's say I save it. Fine. But the thing about this one, our main program is where I'm not going to use this main. Okay, this main is in this project, but I'm going to use this class in this project, the one that previous one, right? So how do I do that? Okay, so to add our, so what we have to do is that we have to add something called a reference. Okay, so to do that, you go to your solution explorer. Okay, now you click on your project solutions, right click on this one. Okay, and you say add a reference, add. Okay, so you can say reference. Okay, now it will ask you to browse the file. So what I'll do is that I'll go to that project again. Okay, so this is my external class file, remember. Okay, so to know where that file is, I will go to the solution explorer again. I click on this, right click on it, and you can say open folder in file explorer. Okay, so that will actually find where the file is. Okay, so this is the file. So before we can do anything, you have to compile this program. Okay, so if I start this, do you think anything is going to happen? No. Why? Because this module has the main which is not doing anything. Okay, so but why we need to compile is because it will create the respective exe file it has created. Okay, as well as all the necessary files that is required for this project has been created. That's why it has been compiled. If there is an error, it won't create it. Okay, so all those things are created. Now where it is created, as I said, we can go to this one, right click, and you go to there. This is the folder where it is created. Now if you go to this bin folder, you go to this debug, you see this external class, and this is an application file, right? So what you need to do is that you have to copy this path, right? So you just copy this path. Okay, come back to the project where you want to use it. So this was the project where I wanted to use it. Now again, to show you how did you come to this, you go to this, the project where is our main, right? Because this class calculator is still here in this class, right? So now what I'll do is that right click on this one, add, and I say reference. Fine. So now what I'll do is that I'll go for this browse. Okay, so browse, and then what you do is that you paste that path, press enter. Okay, I hope that's the path. Okay, press enter. Okay, so now this is not exactly the path. Let's copy it again. This is the external class. Yeah, this is the file, right? Yeah, this external class. So I'll copy. Okay, and again I come back to that project where the main is. So as I said, I'll paste it, and there you can see that exe file. Can you see this? Just add. Okay, and you say okay. So what happened just now is that we have added a reference. Now if I click on this references, you will be noticing here, can you see this external class? That means that this project, right, this project PV class has a reference to another project class by using this external, means another project class whose name is external class. Now but how do I use it now? Right, so here this is how we'll do it. So again, we have to create an object. All right, so the moment this is an error, so dim, all right, obs new, we have the name as external class. All right, so external class dot, this is my class, right? So now see, what is the name of this class? Calculator, right? But what is the, this object belongs to whom? To the external class. It does not belong to the calculator. That means it belongs to the class which is in a separate project. Where is that project? This is where is the actual class, right? So then I run it now. Again, of course, the same code, so it is going to work the same. So I run it, and you can see that it works in the same way, right? So this, so in Visual Basic, you can create these classes in many ways. One is that you create the class in the same file, like this. You can create the class in a separate file in the same project. How do you do it? Go to project and you just say add class, and then you will see that in your Solution Explorer that class is added, and you can just simply click on this class and you can write your code, right? So that is one way another way to do it. Second way. Third way is that you can create a separate project. All right, then what you do is that you can create the class in that project, and then the project that you want to use the class, you go to your Solution Explorer, right click on it, and you add the reference to it. So you just have to click on right click, then you say add. Yeah, it is add. All right, and you just say add a reference, and you add that reference to that particular class, and that class can be used in this so-called your project, right? So these are the different ways of creating class and using them in Visual Basic. Thank you.